Alright, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to give you my 5 favourite Kapkan strats to use in Rainbow Six Siege. I'm going to go through 5 different maps and give you my favourite one for each map. If you like this video and want to see more like this, leave a comment down below of a map that I should do a full Kapkan guide for, and I'll give you Kapkan strats for every single bomb site. So let's get straight into it. For the first site, we're starting off with the basement on Clubhouse, and the Kapkan strat that I like to use for this is pretty much like an old reliable strat, where you put it in the bar and you put it on this door here. If you put 3 on this door, so there we go, you put 3 on this doorway like this, and the reason for this is because people will stroll through this bar willy-nilly on a basement defense. Usually when you're playing basement, you're doing a little bit of an anchor strategy, or if you're doing a roam, you're doing like a top floor roam. You very rarely roam around the bar area unless you're trying to hold it down, and if that's the case, then they usually can take this control for free, and because of that, they're kind of not really on job for checking for people. And also, this is one of the main hatches to attack, so them being within this area means there's a very high chance that they'll go behind here and start droning, and then maybe walk through the door, or they'll come through this way and go through the door like that. And it's got a very high success rate as well. Also as well, just to note, for a lot of these I'm going to be putting 3 Kapkan traps on the door, or I'll put 2. I very rarely put 1 on the door, just because it's a little bit of chip damage, but I would rather get secure a full kill from it. And also the reason why you would put 3 is because every single armor level of the attacker takes different levels of damage to the Kapkan traps, and 3 of them secures a full kill each time, not just an injure, not just hurts them to 1 health, it fully kills them every time. So that's why I put 3 on some doors. That's the first Kapkan, and then for the second one, usually I'm a bit lazy with them. I'll either put them on this door here, or I might try and get a bit greedy and put one on the sort of the meat locker door out here, just to try and get them early and catch them off guard when they're not expecting the Kapkan to be there. But that's a pretty common spot, so people will expect that one sometimes, so I usually tend to use them too for my main Kapkan spots. So let's move on to the next map now. Alrighty, for the second map we're on Bank, and this Kapkan strat will work on nearly every bomb site, at least the first Kapkan that I'm going to show you. So the first Kapkan, what I love to do is just put it on this lobby door, the ATM's door, because people don't seem to think you can put Kapkans on this door, and you can. So I literally just put 3 on this door, and then just wait, and people will walk into them. Unless they've droned you out in the prep phase, what I like to do is I go down as early as possible and try and look for drones, because really early in the prep phase, people aren't really people are kind of careless about the droning. So you can kind of go around, pick up some free drones that are hiding on the bushes, and then put your Kapkan traps down without being droned out. Now you can either double down and put the other 2 on this one, like this. Actually, it's probably better to put it on the other side like this, because I'll show you why. When someone's then going to be checking through the door, if they were coming through this side, they would be able to see them because they can go that deep. But this way, they can't really go that deep. And if they try and find it, if they're trying to look for it, they're visible to all these different angles. So if you're playing off your Kapkan traps, if you're playing in Trump or something, or in Banana, you can kind of wait for them to start shooting at them, or start looking down at the Kapkan traps, then swing, and you'll get a freebie there as well. So even if you don't get one from the traps, you'll get one from your gun, which is nice. That's pretty much it for the strat. This is a very common entry point for a lot of people with the ATM's doors, because there's 3 different attacker spawns on this map, and both of them are one's over there and one's over there, and both of them kind of lead to these doors unless you go through the windows. So it's very common for people to attack here. Another option as well is to put them on this lone office double door here, because it's very unexpected. I'll tend to maybe put 1 there and 1 on that single door maybe, but that's kind of in rare cases. I usually put 2 on either one of them. So that's another option as well there. So let's hop straight onto the third map. Alrighty, so for the third map we're on Border. This is a really good map for Kapkan, so just because of that I'll show you a few extra ones as well. So the first and main place I'll put Kapkans on this map is on these double doors here, because people don't seem to realise these are actual doorways, so people don't seem to realise you can put Kapkans on them. It's a lot more popular now to do that than when it was first sort of updated, but it still works. These Kapkan traps still work, so I'll put maybe 2 on this door like this. Another option, if you're expecting to push through, break into offices, you can put them on this double door here, like that. But you kind of have to make the decision in your brain of do I want them to get the 90 guys, or do I want them to get the break room guys? Because if I'm coming from break room, I see them easily, and the same would go if I'm coming from 90 east stairs, sorry, I'll see them easily. So you kind of have to pick one, but usually I do this one and it works very well. Another option as well for a really strong Kapkan strat is to put them on this door here, like this, on this side of it as well, because a lot of people will enter this bottom west main and they'll come straight up main like come straight up main stairs like this, and they won't check for the Kapkans here. It's such a like a weird angle to try and look around to check, and they're exposed to so many different ways if they do that. If you're playing like on a roam, if you're roaming in workshop or something, or roaming in customs, and you hear them get shot, you can kind of swing out and get a freebie on them from that. Or even top metal, you can play like on the metal sheets here, which is very winnable. So it's a very winnable strat to use them on this door, but you will nearly always kill an Ash that's trying to lurk around the map by putting these ones here. Like this works so many times you wouldn't actually believe it. Another Kapkan that works a lot of the time as well is this one here, this break door, because it's so unexpected and so kind of out of the way. Nobody looks for a Kapkan trap in this door. If you're coming in through break, a lot of people, they'll like come through break, they'll hear a guy's top east and they'll run around trying to get the east guy and get hit by the Kapkan, or they'll be running through CC trying to like get an angle like that and they'll get hit, or they'll come through CC trying to get an angle onto officers like this by breaking the wall, and then they'll get hit by the Kapkan. So it's very common for this one to work as well. So this one, the one on the hallway here, and the one on bottom main, them are my 3 favourite Kapkan spots for this map. So let's head on to the next map now. Alrighty, so now we're on to Coastline for the 4th map, and this is a really strong map for Kapkan because there's some really broken Kapkans on this map. I'm going to show you a couple for this kitchen and service bomb site right now. Now this first one is going to look a bit weird because it looks backwards from how it should be, like what you're trying to get from it. But this one you want to put them on this double door here, but on the opposite side from what you would expect. And the reason why is because, as you can see, they kind of glitch into the cupboard like that. And it makes it really awkward to try and see them. Like, if you look at them like this now and they're really easy to see, but in a game, like, it's really hard to spot these when you're actually playing, and there's loads of stuff you have to think about. And obviously, because that's the bomb site, when they're trying to push in, they've got other things on their mind, like looking at the bomb site, looking at the rotate, looking through the door, trying to see what they can see on site, rather than the Kapkan traps that have killed them before they've even got through the door. So this one's a really strong one. It works, like, I'll probably say it works like 70-80% of the time that I use it. And for the next one that I use with the last 2, what I'll do is I'll always put 3 on there, or sometimes I would put 2, because if you're in sight you can kind of finish them off if they get down. But for the last 2, I'll put it on this door here into security. And again, these glitch through the door quite a lot because it's a thick door frame, and it kind of makes it so only half of them are visible, so you've got a little bit of a mini Kapkan here. And it's really strong because this is a very common entry point for people, this office door. They'll come in, they'll try and push their way through lobby, and then boom, they hit the Kapkan, like where their main goal was to try and get in and breach this wall open or something, and they'll just be dead on the way there. It's really strong, that one as well. This is probably my favourite site to play Kapkan on. This and the next one is my 2 favourite sites, so stick around for that. Alrighty, for the last strategy we're playing on Villa, and we're on the Aviator Games bomb site. Now this Kapkan strat is I mainly use this strategy for this one doorway that I'm about to Kapkan now, and it's this one here, this like doorway going to 90. This is because people seem to like process this hallway in the brain as like one big hallway, and they don't fucking process the door that's right in front of them. So everybody walks into this. I just literally put 3 on this door like this, and it works so many times. Like, I would probably say this works like 95% of the times that I do it. I've had this work so many times because it's very common for attackers to push from Master Astro side across, and then from this they need to try and take 90 control, so they just walk, oh, they're dead. Or the same way backwards, they come through trophy to ball, and then they want to go top red to peak site, and boom, they're dead. And like, nobody checks this when they go through, like they just kind of don't, like it's just, people are lazy, and it works a lot of the time. Now for the last 2, I don't usually have a set place for these, I'll just kind of put them randomly. But the only thing I would suggest is don't put them on the master side, just because if these pop, then they're going to know to be ready for Kapkans, whereas if they get this deep, they're probably not thinking about Kapkans in the mind, so they're walking through and getting Kapkan. So for the last 2, I'll generally kind of put them lazily. I'll put one like on this vault door, just in case somebody tries to push through deep in sight, and then I might put one in like top main to study, like this. Just in case somebody tries to rush in through top main past the head holes into rush in through study to top main past the head holes, and it works a lot of the time as well. But the main sort of bread and butter of this strat is that the one by Wolf Door, the boar door. This one, these are like literally my favourite door to Kapkan in the entire game, is this one door, because it's given us so many freebies from it. So yeah, that's all for this video. If you enjoyed, drop a like, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.